Hear the Lord's words from July 2022, and the Lord simply said, Jamal Warner will die.
Greetings, y'all, and welcome to Seek Things Above TV, where Christ shapes our perspective and we view all things through a biblical lens. I'm your host, Lou Ciccone. Yo, today we are taking a look at this video from Celestial, where now she is claiming that the tragic passing of Malcolm-Jamal Warner was foretold by her in a prophecy from some time back. Now, y'all know how Celestial gets down. She has all of these huge grand prophecies that she makes, so we're not going to look at everything that she says, but we're going to just dive right into these clips where she mentions these things specifically and really examine what she is claiming. Before we do, if y'all like content like this, y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. And with that being said, let's hop right into this first clip.
July 17, 2022 was the first time that God told me that the man we popularly know as Theo was going to pass away, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. And I was sad because I just felt, this is my own feeling, which I am allowed. I'm a person like everybody else. I just felt, God, this man is so unproblematic. This man is not the kind of person that you'll see in the press for this or that or the other thing. He seems so unproblematic. I just felt this natural empathetic sadness for this man. But hear the Lord's words from July 2022. And the Lord simply said, Jamal Warner will die. The stars will be taken away. The stars of Hollywood and every industry on earth will fall from their places. D.L. Hewley will die. Bill Cosby will pass away.
We're going to take a look at the prophecy that she actually said beforehand, the things that she claims as a prophecy, whatever she said before. But we can already see that there's red flags here for, even if you're somebody who believes that this office of prophet still exists today, you would have to wonder and ask yourself, if this woman is a true prophet. She did not even give any circumstances surrounding his death. She didn't say this is the manner of death that was going to happen. She didn't, know the time exactly. She just made a statement saying that he was going to die. If you really think about it, a death prophecy is not that impressive because ultimately everybody is going to die at some point unless the Lord returns before that. So it's real easy to, at some point, man, if you just name a bunch of people in the natural order of things, some of those people are going to die. And it's going to happen in your lifetime. And you'll be able to point to it and say, see, I told you this person was going to die. So it's this prophecy here titled Shut the Doors Part 2. She always has these names for this stuff like it's a movie or whatever. And it's this prophecy here that she claims is the one where she made this statement and now everything has come true. So let's check this out.
I will pluck the stars from the sky. And now God is naming names. The first person that he named, this is from years ago, is the man, the frenemy of Jay-Z. His name is Damon Dash. Some people call him Dame Dash. God says that man is going to pass away. The Lord didn't name any crimes for this man, didn't say that the man had done anything or done this or done that. Sometimes, in fact, this other man that the Lord told me some years ago, his name is Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Malcolm-Jamal Warner from the Cosby Show, the guy who used to play Theo. God says the Cosby Show, several cast members will pass away. Camille Cosby and also Bill Cosby will pass away. And I remember when God mentioned Malcolm-Jamal Warner, I just had this little, thing like, oh Lord, I've never heard about that man in Scandal. Never seen that man cutting up or doing anything. It was just a thought I had. And the Lord said to me, Celestial, people don't only die when they do wrong. Sometimes they die because that's their time. And I thought, oh, okay, Lord, you're right. Because it just felt, a little sore. But yes, so
that was the prophecy that she claims that she mentions here, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. And you see that there are other people named here. And those other people are still around, by the way. So At least at the time of this recording, those other people are still around. And look, you can name if you look at the name of if we look at all her prophecies and look at all the people that she's named, because she mentions Beyonce, she mentions all kinds of people that are still around, but eventually it's only with the passage of time those people, unless the Lord returns, will die. And if she's still alive, she's going to come back and say, I told y'all so. The Lord told me. And it's quite frightening how she is so free and confident to claim that God is telling her these things when these are simply the imaginations of her own mind, things that come to her mind, and somehow now attributing those things to God giving her these prophecies.
Dame Dash, I think this man is a producer. I'm not sure if he's a rapper, but he was linked to Aaliyah back in the day. And there seems to be incredible bad blood between him and Jay-Z. They used to be friends and now they're not friends, and who knows why. Either way, they don't get along. And so that is what I know of him. And God says this man will pass away. And this man is young. So when he loses his life, please don't come and say we all die. That thing is so ignorant. Just in passing. He's only 53 years old. And
Can you see the level of gaslighting here? She's actually she knows that people are going to say that. She knows that people are going to say that because it's a sensible thing to say, that we all die, that we are all under the curse of the fall, and that we are sinners, and therefore the wages of sin is death, and so we're all going to die unless the Lord returns before that. Right? Like she knows that people are going to say that, and so she's trying to block you from saying it by saying like, yo, he was only 53 years old. He's only 53 years old. When it happens, don't say that it's just because people die. It's so absurd. It's such an absurd thing for her to say that, but you can see the level of manipulation and trying to almost mind control you, condition your mind beforehand to not even think critically or biblically about these things. In Luke chapter 13, we have this passage which fits the conversation that we're having here very well. So, there were some present at the very time who told him, as Jesus, about the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. And he answered them, do you think that these Galileans were worse sinners than all the other Galileans because they suffered in this way? No, I tell you, but unless you repent, you will all likewise perish. Or those 18 on whom the tower in Siloam fell and killed them, do you think that they were worse offenders than all the others who lived in Jerusalem? No, I tell you, but unless you repent, you will all likewise perish. Calamities and disasters happen to everyone, or can happen to everyone and anyone, because we live in a fallen world. It is not because somebody did something wrong inherently, and that is a punishment directly for what they did, and that now they are being their lives are being taken for that. That's clear in this passage. It's because we're in a fallen world, and it is because the wages of sin is death, and so we are in a fallen world. We're under the curse, and nobody can claim that because something happened to somebody, it was because that person was particularly more evil than someone else. This passage teaches us that we should look at disasters and things like this that happen as a moment for us to reflect and to see where we stand with the Lord. No, I tell you, but unless you repent, you will all likewise perish. And that is Jesus's word on this topic of disaster and calamity. A false prophet claiming that simply because they mentioned somebody that somebody would die and that they end up dying is now somehow proof of their prophecy is just foolishness. It is no proof of their prophecy, the validity of their prophecy at all. It is simply further proof that we live in a fallen world and that disasters and calamity and tragedies will happen as we are on this side of eternity. And that's really the simple answer to this whole thing. So no, she is not right at all about any prophecy. She didn't get anything right. She is not a prophet of the Lord. Don't be fooled by this lady who is somehow sadly very delusional, and she is deceived and deceiving many people as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And if then you have been raised with Christ, seek the things that are above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things that are above, not on things that are on earth. All right? God bless y'all, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.